Hey, how are you? I'm Bonnie Spindler with the American Dream. So lots of buyers ask me why sellers stage, and sellers want to know if it's really worth it. So what we're going to look at today is what you should and shouldn't do to get your house ready for sale. I'm here in San Francisco, and we're going to look at one of my properties that's coming soon. It's ready to go on the market, and we'll show you what we did to get this property ready. One of the most important things you can still do to sell and get ready to sell your property is to put a sign in front. And a coming soon preps people who want to buy and gives lots of lead time for people who want to get into your property and buy it. Your front door is your first impression, and you want to make sure the first impression is good. You should power wash the front of the building. You should touch up any paint nicks. You should replace light fixtures if they don't look very good or make a very bright first impression. So that's the first impression. Let's go inside and see what else you can do to make your house sell faster. So local custom sort of tells us what we need to do in order to get the house sold. Part of it is local custom, which in San Francisco is the seller usually moves out and a stager comes in and stages the home to make it look its best. There's a lot of reasons to do that, but occasionally a seller can't do that. And so then we have to help the seller understand what it takes to sell their house while they are in place. Staging often, besides all the furniture that you see, rugs, couches, it also involves replacing all the light fixtures so that the light fixtures are cohesive throughout the house and that it plays. I'm also ready always to have a fire in the fireplace because that makes it cozy, and then people start to be able to imagine what it would be like for them to live there. So let's just pretend that the house is empty. The buyer may look at this room and not be able to figure out what to use it for. And so by staging it as a bedroom, they can say, well, this will be a bedroom. They can also tell that their bed would fit and their nightstands would fit. If your stuff is in here, it might be too much stuff. The closets are packed and it has the smell of your perfume, for instance. But the staging is clean, simple, has no personal effects. And so it's easier for the buyer to imagine what it would be like for them to live here. Here we are in the bathroom, where the buyer wants to imagine their most private moments. A spa-like experience, the inner sanctum, a quiet moment away from the kids. If they see stuff in the medicine cabinet, they will open the medicine cabinet. They will see what is ever in there, and they don't need to know what your shampoo brand is. So if you plan to show your property while you're living there, you need to put that stuff away. Can't you imagine having Thanksgiving dinner in this room? It would be lovely. So to get this room ready for sale, we repainted all the walls, replaced the light fixture, fixed the tile, cleaned the fireplace, so that someone could really imagine themselves having a celebration here. Sellers always want to know if the staging actually pays for itself, and studies have shown that it does. So we also have a 3-item rule. When you're staging a house, if you're putting away your own personal effects, try to have no more than 3 items on any particular surface so that it doesn't look cluttered. And last but not least is the leave behind. Most agents do a brochure or a flyer about your property, which I think is really important. Don't force the buyer to go online and look your property up. It's important to have the tour, it's important to be online in MLS with all of your photos, but it's also important other information that you can do to educate the buyer. It makes your property top of mind more than once. I have my own magazine, which helps promote the property. We have a San Francisco home buyers resource. There are a lot of ways that the agent can help the buyer remember your property. So this has been just a little primer on how to get your property ready for sale, and I hope you enjoyed it. My name is Bonnie Spindler. I'm in San Francisco, and this is the American Dream. I'll see you next month.